What's up, guys? Today we're coming at you with an update to our Paleozoic frog deck profile. I know everybody hates this deck. I mean, it's the deck you just don't want to run through. You just don't want to keep running into those traps because it's hard to fight through back row. But let's jump into the deck profile. Let's see what we're coming at you with. We're running 3 Swamp Frog. Swamp Frog, you want to see him as much as possible. You want to be able to get him to your hand as fast as possible. He is the main, searcher for your frogs. You want to get him going, get the frogs in the graveyard, start spamming from there. Running 3 Duke Frog. Duke Frog is, you're searching for your swamp. And also too, if you get 2 Duke Frog on the field, it creates a little weird lock where your opponent can't attack your monsters, but you're not really wanting to go into that unless you're stalling for the time. But the main thing is you want to get this guy on the field. That way you can get to search for your swamp. I'm taking in 2 Poison Draw Frog, and the reason why I like this card so much is he's still a level 2 and he works with the Frog engine where you can banish out him for a rodent totem to get the special summon. That's what I'm wanting to do over the Kaiju engine. A lot of people are running the Kaijus, but to me I like the Poison Draw because it works with my rodent totem a little bit better. I'm running 2 Rodent Totem. And Rodent Totem, he helps to get a lot of special summons for the deck. You start banishing out your frogs out to the banish pile and end up going into other plays. That way you can help to get to your Starboy and also into your Totally Awesome much faster. And lastly for the monsters, I'm running 2 Blue Boy. To me, this guy, he really helps the deck out a lot. A lot of people are running this with Pot of Desires, and also too, they're running it with the Card of Demise. To me, Card of Demise is way too expensive, and Desires is just too volatile for the deck. There's times where you can banish out. There are times where that's all you draw into, Desires, and you gotta hit Desires in order to get plays going. And sometimes banishing out that rodent can really hurt the deck. But to me, the Spellbook engine has worked out very, very good. You end up getting your Blue Boy search your secret search your knowledge, and vice versa. It all searches out each other, so it helps out the deck a lot. That's it for our monsters. For our spell cards, I'm running 2 Spellbook of Secrets. Spellbook of Secrets is a very good searcher for the deck. It helps you get it helps thin out the deck, and also too, it helps you get to your draw engine. And that's what's very, very crucial for the deck, is you want to be able to draw as many cards as you can, as you're not being hindered by things like Reckless Greed, stuff like that, and still punishing your opponent for making plays. I'm running 2 Spellbook of Knowledge. Knowledge is just all around good Pot of Greed. This card could be run at 3, but it'd be too much because it's a once per turn. It's a hard once per turn. But the thing about it is the fact that you could draw through your deck, get to this, and end up getting drawn 2 cards for it is very, very good. And lastly for the spells, I'm running 1 Soul Charge. I've run into a lot of people that's questioning me about why I run Soul Charge. The reason why I do it is because, let's say you end up getting a situation where your whole board is just not set up. You don't banish out all your cards, but you still have enough to make plays. You still haven't took no damage, anything like that, because you've been baiting out your opponent. You can end up making a Soul Charge play, bringing 3 or 4 frogs back, going to a Starboy, going to a Totally Awesome, and you can still start banishing out cards then to still further set up your board. And that's the reason why I like to run Soul Charge in the deck. But that is it for our spell cards. Our trap cards are deep, so let's jump into them. We're running 2 of the Dino Miscus of the Paleo. I'm only running 2 because 3 can be a little too much. You want to see it, trust me, you do want to see it, but the pitch is what hurts it the most. You do have cards like your Totally Awesomes, your dupes, not your Totally Awesome, your dupes, your Poison Draws, your Rodent Totems, things like that you can pitch. You got to pitch your other Paleo cards, but you still want to keep cards in hand for advantage. To run this at 2 is still very, very good. We're running 2 of the Marmelio. The reason why we're running 2 of this, you don't want to send too many cards to the graveyard. It's still a good activated effect that you can use to send one and then trigger the Paleo's effects in the graveyard, but there's really only 2 cards that you really want to send in the deck at a time. So to be able to send those, get the engine going, get the special summon, it helps out a lot. That's all you need. We're running 3 Canadia. Canadia is just a good Book of Moon play. You know, it's very, very good for the deck. It helps give the deck good defense. And also too, it helps, you know, you steal some normal trap, it's going to trigger and help to get the Paleos going. We're running 3 of the Oleus. Oleus just helps to be a good MST for the deck. You know, your opponent starts activating cards or they set up a card on the back row. This is a good bait card in the fact that when they say end phase, you activate this, pop off their back row, which will clear space for you. That way you can get that good free swing. Also on top of that, you can chain a Paleo in the graveyard and still special summon it. So I like that effect a lot. We're running 3 Reckless Greed because Reckless Greed is just so good for the deck. To me, the fact that you can draw into cards and also at the same time it helps you to chain your Paleos is very good. That's the thing I like about it. The biggest crucial thing that I've seen that I noticed for myself is usually when I play this card, I try to make sure I keep one of the spellbook engines in hand. That way, just in case I don't get to draw anymore, I always still have a draw engine going for my draw phase. I'm also running 2 Breakthrough Skill, and Breakthrough Skill is very good right now. I'll end up enjoying this card a lot more than Lost Wind. The fact that a lot of times you can activate this card or send this card to the graveyard and have it sitting in the graveyard chilling, waiting for your opponent to drop your that little girl. I can't remember her name right now, but she ended up stopping all the back row. She ends up hurting a lot. Also too, in the Trickstar matchup, this helps out a lot in cutting off effects in the standby phase. That way, whenever you get ready to draw, when they get ready to hit you, you can banish this out, target that card, and just stop all that stuff altogether. So that helps out a lot in stopping a lot of monster effects that can really, you know, be detrimental to your plays and help you a lot. Oh, Denko, that's her name, Denko, that sorry old girl, I can't stand her. I'm also running 2 Heavy Storm Dusters. This card really is really good for the deck. To be able to, the fact that they got a Twin Twister, you know, for the Paleos helps out a lot. You know, you activate this card, you blow off your opponent's back row during the end phase, and also chain, you know, Paleo effect in the graveyard. So that's very good. It helps the deck out a lot. I'm running 1 Torrential Tribute just because there's a lot of spamming of the board. You know, Link monsters are really crazy. They can really spam a lot. You know, you got spirals that can really spam the board. So to be able to make sure that you can, you know, stop some stuff or slow them down or make them rethink their strategy can help out a lot. At the same time, you can still be wiping your board and still be able to make other plays after that. We're running 3 Mirror Force. This can be changed out to whatever you prefer. We be the Storming, Rippling, Quaking, whatever Mirror Force, whatever battle trap you want to make. But to me, I prefer the good old-fashioned Mirror Force to be able to destroy the whole field. You know, any attacking monsters that can happen, blow all those monsters up, and you know, you'll still have other plays to make. You can still chain to this, and it still helps out a lot. Because like I said, the deck, it's gonna be able to keep your opponent at bay. But like I said, if your opponent decides to get one good swing on you, that could be the difference in a lot of your plays. So be able to make sure you got something that can blow those up. Also too, we're running the Solemn Brigade and 2 Solemn Strike and 1 Solemn Warning. This helps out a lot, you know, just be able to make sure your opponent can't get too many special summons on you. Get that crucial stop to what your big hurt cards, you know, like I said, Denko, if she's summoned, you want to save your warning for your Denkos, you know, things like that. And your strikes to be able to stop any of those crazy monster effects can help out a lot. But that is it for our main deck. For the extra deck, we're running 3 Totally Awesome. This guy, you can really spam through him really fast with the deck. But the main thing about it is the fact that he can help bring out other frogs to help to load up the graveyard. It helps you keep a board presence, and at the same time, whenever he's destroyed, you get a frog back to hand. So that helps out a lot. We'll run 1 of the Paleozoic Armor. This guy is very good. He can really put your opponent in a real iffy state. The only thing about him I dislike is he takes 3 materials to make, which a lot of times, if you're going to make 3 materials, you're usually going to want to go into a Miss Star Boy or a Totally Awesome before you go into this, but he does make very crucial plays. We're running 2 of the Paleo Opalbina. Opalbina is good. You know, once you got your Star Boy set up, you got your Proxy Dragon set up, and you put this beside Proxy, it creates a kind of weird game state where you use Proxy's effect to target this. This is unaffected. It kind of makes like a Bill Scrap Dragon type effect type deal. So it makes it so you can keep kind of almost looping on that. So I like that effect a lot. Also, the thing I like about this is if you made a trap, if you use a trap to make him, he ends up making it so you can search out your paleos, and you also get to activate the traps from hand. So that really throws your opponent off. If you didn't set all your cards, you end up still having that one in hand that you need to activate. It does make very good, useful plays. I run one Sky Cavalry. Sky Cavalry is just good. Sometimes you get into that weird game state where you have to send something back. It's just too, detrimental for you to do other card effects with it. So a lot of times he's not going to be destroyed by battle. So send that crazy card back, and that way it just ends all that noise right then and there. I run one Cat Shark because the boost that you can make with this guy is very, very good for the deck. Boost up whatever card you need to that's a water, and then just run your opponent over and get that major damage in. We're running two Miss Starboys. Miss Starboy is one of the very good cards for the deck. When this card came out, it really gave the deck a good boost. It gives a good link monster for the deck. The fact is that you use 2 water monsters to make him, and also 2 if it's destroyed by a battle or card effect, you end up getting return a card back to the hand, which can help out a lot of your plays. Also 2, this card to be able to give all your water monsters a boost to 500 attack helps out a lot. So to be able to have a 27 totally awesome is really, really good. We're also running 2 Proxy Dragon. Proxy Dragon is just good for being able to stop destruction effects. Helps out a lot with a lot of that. Also 2 to help be able to open up 3 spots is very good. We're running 2 Firewall Dragon because the deck can go into it fairly easy into 2 firewalls. And also 2, the fact that he can bounce cards back into the hand is very, very crucial. And lastly, for the extra deck, we're running 1 Gaia Saber just because this guy can be a very good beater. He beats over a lot of cards and just helps out a lot with a lot of your plays. But that is it for the deck profile, guys. Let us know what you think. We're out.